characteristically good this season. To get ahead of them.
I mean, they're building on what they did last year,
but they stunk for a long time.
For a long time, but they over the past 4 years they've started to put it together.
For a while, it seemed that the Milwaukee Bucks in the standings, immovable. Nope. Cavs got ahead of them too. Mm-hmm. So Cavs number 2 in the East, and playing tonight against the somebody.
The 76ers. the 76ers.
Philadelphia 76ers against your Cleveland Cavaliers tonight at 7 o'clock. This show ends, mercifully for you, at 6:30. And that's when the pregame will begin. And then 30 minutes later. Does it? 7 o'clock tonight on MMS and on the iHeartRadio app. I'll miss my Bulls again on Wednesday night. I just can't manage to get to a game when the Bulls are in town. There's always something going on.
What are you doing on Wednesday night?
Well, it's Valentine's Day, and we don't
that
really...
wouldn't be a great way to spend Valentine's Day with Gwen?
My wife does not want to go to a basketball game. First of all, full disclosure, we don't really do Valentine's Day. Neither one of us really care about it. Mm-hmm. However, it definitely doesn't seem like a night we're going to go to a basketball game.
You don't go out, or you don't even get gifts? You don't get her some flowers or something?
Oh, I get her flowers on the regular, so that's not like a Valentine's Day thing.
That's a sweet thing to do.
I just like flowers in the house, and it's nice having flowers in the house. I just use her as the reason to get them. Yeah. But you don't need a reason to get flowers. But no, I'm not going to take my wife, even if we're not celebrating Valentine's Day per se. I'm not going to take her to a basketball game. Probably just hang out with our kid. Okay. So anyway, that's tonight. I've got some kids' corner here for you.
It ain't easy being a kid. Now look at what you gone done did. Whoa, it's time for Kids' Corner. Kids' Corner.
I don't know, man. I have to give this person at least a nod of acknowledgement. Parents in Montreal are very upset since they have found out that one of their teachers at the elementary school has been taking their children's artwork and selling it on eBay.
Oh, wow. That's a wild thing to do.
Taking the kids' artwork, because these days you can take you can take any kid's artwork, traditionally it's your own, and they'll send you to a website. They go, hey, you can get this piece of crap put on a mug or on a keychain or on a magnet and, give it to the grandparents, whatever. 12-year-old students who attend Westwood Junior High School in suburban Montreal. There's a teacher there who's been taking the kids' artwork and putting it online and selling it.
It started with a simple Google search. Students at a Westwood Junior High art class wanted to see their art teacher's work. They found his website and what appears to be their own artwork for sale without their knowledge or permission. Parent Michael Bennett, who did not want to go on camera, discovered artwork by his two daughters on several websites run by art teacher Mario Perrone.
I'm extremely disgusted with this person. It's unbelievable.
This dude wouldn't even go on camera to defend his daughters. He didn't want to go on camera. Is he fearing retribution from the middle school art teacher? Is that what's going on?
What kind of art? Is it good art?
Well, take a look at it.
All right.
It's elementary school art. I mean,
people are buying this? Who's buying this?
I don't know that people are buying it, but they're listed for $150 a pop. Olivia's creepy portrait number 1, Olivia's creepy portrait number 2, and then there's other. So once,
if he's buying the supplies, I think he's allowed to sell it.
Once word started to get out, people started putting their kid's name into this website where the artwork is sold.
On one site, his 12-year-old daughter's drawing is listed for $151. Bennett says it raises serious questions about ethics and the school's screening of the teacher.
Ethics.
It's the teacher asking for certain type of projects to be done to be able to, sell them.
The drawings aren't the only things for sale. There's mugs, and phone cases. This mug bears
Logan's creepy portrait #1. I think it's hilarious that he would tell the kids, okay, here's what I want you to draw for the sole purpose of putting them online.
This is the original AI art. You have kids do your art for you, and you sell it.
Yeah, the hands already look weird anyway. What, Cody?
Nothing. It's not bad art.
Oh.
It's
Well, it's kid art, right? I mean, it's pretty freaky.
make you
but that's
money,
probably-
make you.
Yeah, that's part of the appeal, I think.
the mug of Joel de Belfoy's son. He says the teacher and the school let the students down.
This is something that they did, that they're they put their heart and their soul in the artwork, and they get an A, a B, a C, or a D on it, but he's getting $118 in his pocket.
Pay him more.
According
has
to
anyone
intellectual
bought it?
property lawyer Philippe Bruyette, copyright laws are clear.
When you're the owner,
Philippe Bruyette, intellectual property lawyer. Philippe Bruyette. This is Montreal afterwards.
it's
so.
a negative.
And $18 in his pocket.
According to intellectual property lawyer Philippe Bruyette, copyright laws are clear.
When you're the owner, it's a negative, right? So basically, anyone else cannot do anything or copy your work unless you give them the right to do so. Such as that's what we call in a license. So you would give a license to use your work or to copy it.
He says parents could take legal action.
I would send a demand letter as soon as possible to the teacher, requiring him to stop selling anything.
Perron did not respond to CTV's multiple requests for comment. A spokesperson for the Lester B. Pearson School Board said they are aware of the allegations and they take them very seriously.
Yes, we are aware that one of our teachers is selling the kids' art. Principals like,
That's such a funny thing.
I think it's hilarious.
I was gonna say it could be way worse. That's when this story I was like, oh no, another like pederast.
No,
but he's
again,
selling mugs.
if that were my kid, I'll answer the question before everybody asks it. Obviously, if that were my kid, I'd be pissed. I just think that theoretically it's funny.
Listen, I would be pissed, but I'd still be like, what the hell? Like, I'd laugh about
I'd say,
it.
good on you, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, it wouldn't have occurred to me to do that.
Cut us in.
Yeah. I can't believe that. Because the question is it selling?
Right. That's what I'm curious about.
Yeah. Because what else are you going to do? You're going to take it, and every parent goes through this. You take something, maybe you put it on the fridge, maybe you don't, depending on how old the kid is, and you hang on to it for a while. But then you quietly either throw it away. You can't
You
keep
store some of it,
everything.
yeah.
I have a giant tub in my basement. One of those like 85-gallon, whatever, 64, whatever it is. Like a gasket plastic tub that has everything that my older kids ever did in it, right? Because their mom and I got divorced when they were real young. My son was 4. My daughter was not even 1 yet. And so growing up and me going to see them all the time, like I kept everything they did in that tub. But I guarantee they wouldn't remember 90% of it. So someday it'll be fun to go through that with them. But parents are always like, what, do I have to keep everything that comes down the pipe here, you know? Because back in the day, they weren't making, whoever came up with, let's put this on a mug. Let's put this on a magnet and give it to the grandparents. I mean, that's pretty sharp. That was just the natural progression of monetizing children, I guess. Also in Kids Corner, you sent me this. This is a guy freaking out about the school board?
Yeah, this is from back in November, and this guy, it sounds like somewhere in Maine or Massachusetts. He's kind of got
a Boston
accent, and he just goes.
Are there any expletives in this?
I don't. He dropped some R bombs, but not like
right.
Yeah, but he just he goes in there's like, all right, all you fat ugly ladies, no wonder our kids are all. It's just wild.
This is when citizens can go speak at the school board meeting.
And they're discussing a specific book. I don't even know what book it is. And it's just, but he just comes in, guns blazing.
Like that. I represent every small, all citizens.
Good evening, cowards. Rick
Good evening, cowards.
Like that, we need to have that drop. Good evening, cowards.
Number 97.
It doesn't work like that. I represent all citizens.
Good evening, cowards. Rick Hubbard, 97 Spruce Lane. Nice to see a bunch of fat, ugly women.
I like this circle, the girl in the back who's smiling. She's like, this is already getting good.
Yeah, she's like, okay.
Guy shows up in like a green matching fisherman's sweater and hat.
Excuse you.
No. I'm speaking. They're fat, ugly women is what they are.
We're not having that.
Let's talk about it.
We're not having that.
You don't have to buy.
That ain't free speech.
It's called free speech. Buy.
That's not free speech. That's insulting.
Buy. That's good. Shut up.
Sometimes free speech is insulting.
Yeah, that's still free speech, bud.
Let's see where he goes. He's off to a good start.
Yeah.
Let's see where he goes.
What outfit is he wearing?
So I said he's wearing like a matching hat and sweater combo.
So
I don't
I'm
know.
watching it on delay.
It's like that Gorton's fisherman, but in green.
Okay, everybody, stop. Let Mr. Hubbard speak, please. Enough. Go ahead, Rick.
And we wonder why children are retarded stupid today. We wonder why. We wonder why when we have these pathetic people here called teachers rape the children's mind. And if you people are too stupid to know what rape is, it's called control, you morons.
Boy, old people with way too much time on their hands.
It's just insane.
Way
man.
too much time on their hands. They were retired. They had nothing going on. And then COVID hit and twisted their minds into pretzels. And it's not just confined to old people. Obviously, the old people, the retirees, are the ones with a lot of time on their hands. To have Facebook turn their brains into a froth. But they got all kinds of time to go to the school board meetings, and we wonder why they're retarded. Jesus, this guy. It's like an SNL sketch.
Right.
From 15 years ago.
Are you speaking directly to the book?
Yes, I am.
Okay,
It reflects
focus
off
on the
that
book.
wall there and comes back into your ears. Imagine
Focus
that.
on the book, please, because that's what Citizens Forum is
I'm
about.
talking about the book.
Okay.
I'm talking about the stupidity of the people who want the book in the high school. That's what I'm talking about. The retards that we have in our community.
This guy's not even, like, the people who complain about books in elementary school,
Yeah.
I get where they're possibly coming from. By the time you get to high school, what do you think you're keeping from these kids?
Right.
They've heard everything and worse. What do you think you're protecting high schoolers from? Like, they would laugh at the mere notion that there's going to be something in a book
And also,
that's going to burn their hair off.
and you're worried about what's in the book, and you're treating people and talking to people like this.
That irony is completely lost on people like this.
Yeah.
That we need to allow this kind of abusive speech. I'm not aware of what the process
Please,
is, but
go ahead
I
and
think we have
violate
a
my
right
constitutional
to
rights.
stop
I
this kind of
dare
abuse.
you.
Well,
That's not very
Yes,
say
violate
something.
my constitutional rights. Go ahead.
Mr. Hubbard, would you please say something specific about the book so that we can let you...
The music is god-awful. Who put the music
I don't know.
on
That's
there?
just, it was sent to me from a TikTok, so I don't...
It's like Richard
yeah.
Clayderman from the 80s or
I don't
something.
know
Continue
why
speaking rather than making these generalities.
Can I get there?
Fast, really fast.
No, there's no fast. You
I'm
don't
saying
tell me how to
fast.
speak.
Excuse me?
You don't tell me how to speak.
Well, yeah,
Be
I am
quiet.
telling
Give me
you.
my
I'm
5
telling
minutes.
you how to speak in this situation. Yeah.
Shut up and give me my
Point
5
of order.
minutes.
I'd like to propose a recess.
Sit down, please.
I'd like to propose
My
a
5
recess.
No, don't interrupt me. This is my constitutional
Dr. Meaver,
right to
point of
speak,
order.
and
I'd like to
ugly
propose a
people don't
recess.
like
This
it.
is unacceptable.
Imagine
I
that.
propose a recess.
Oh, cowards.
Like, I don't understand the point. If you've got something to say and you're wasting your 5 minutes or whatever, what is the point of being argumentative with everyone?
Right. Like, if you can't even get your point across because you're so worked up and you're so just going in there and insulting people.
Well, and I realize that people like this, the reason they're that way is because no one ever listens to them. They're
Right.
mad because they're constantly dismissed. They don't realize it's for good reason, but no one ever listens to them. So they're like, oh, here's an open school board hearing that I can go to, get 5 minutes, and force people to listen to whatever nonsense I've got in my brain, rather than going, well, here's what I think. I mean, again, expecting people like that to apply logic to the situation, they're just pissed and are looking to unload on somebody. But you think you go, oh, okay, I've got a point here, and here's what I think, rather than, teaches a rape in our children's minds. Yeah. I'd love to know where this is, though. It's clearly, like you said, in Massachusetts or somewhere, Maine.
Okay. Do I have a motion to recess?
I move to recess.
Bye,
All
girls.
in favor of recessing? Yeah, maybe sit down and take a breath.
No, I have the
Okay,
right
then
to
you can
speak to you.
continue
You
speaking,
people
but
are
we're
stupid.
recessing.
Oh, God, these school board people.
And everyone's looking for
that
a
have
viral
to sit there.
moment.
What's
Like,
that?
Everyone knows.
I don't think he was doing this for a
No,
viral
he's not
moment.
looking for that.
He is.
No,
he's not.
This old guy doesn't know what that is. The viral moments are the dudes that walk up and are completely faking for TikTok.
Or
They're
like
like,
in costume. or
hey,
something.
my name's Kurt, and I'm a surfer, and how come you guys don't pay attention to the surfers?
We'd like to get a national surf holiday.
Yeah.
A bunch of fat, ugly broads. They said, hey, that's not very
But again, none of
nice.
that has anything to do with anything.
Right.
You
You're
open
just
with that.
being mean.
And then the wide shot of the school board.
He was
They're
telling the
not
truth.
fat. Oh, I was going to say, the women they show aren't fat.
No, I know. I'm just teasing.
Get her, Jade. Rip them apart immediately.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. And it's not like the only time something like that ever happens either, is because those school board meetings have become the new frontier for all the nut jobs to come out and start screaming about books in schools and, yeah, that's pretty wild. I got to take a break. Want to send me a text?
You coward.
Yeah, hey, you coward.
Take a break, you coward.
Take a break. I'm calling for a recess. You won't cut into my constitutional rights.